What's going on, my friends? This is Dave Sharpe. Welcome to Wake Up Legendary. Every single weekday, that's 5 out of the 7 days, we go live with another student who's had success and is utilizing the training and the systems that we've set up here, being supported by the community. I don't know any other company program that does that brings so many real people to have so many real conversations, totally unscripted, no setups, no nothing, no BS behind the scenes. So with that being said, today we have Wyatt. Okay, Wyatt is in Florida. Okay, he's from Ohio. He's a manager at a bistro and is building his business sort of on the side, and it has had some starter success that's given him some excitement, and he's got some secrets about overcoming fear. They're probably going to be things that are right in front of your nose. Sometimes we realize that secrets aren't really secrets, but they kind of feel like it sometimes, right? When we feel like we don't have whatever we're looking for to break through. So with that being said, let's hear it from him, Wyatt Musser. What's going on, my brother?
Hey, not much. Just happy to be here.
Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Yeah. Didn't mean to flop on your name like that. It's Wyatt Musser, right?
Yep. Wyatt Musser.
There you go, man. Love it. Love it. So you are in Florida, bro? Is that right?
Yeah, Pensacola up. I'm an hour behind you guys.
Okay. You're up in the Panhandle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. And you came from Ohio?
Yeah, we moved here about 2 months ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I started Legendary just before we moved.
Really?
Weeks before we moved. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, welcome to Florida and welcome to Legendary, my friend.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Florida is my native land here. So I'm a native Floridian, one of the only ones in the state, you know. It's a rare thing. I'm a rare species, my friend.
I'm noticing that. Yeah, it's pretty rare to meet Floridians here.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Panhandle may have more. I'm not really sure. I haven't spent a whole lot of time up there, guys. The Panhandle is, you know, that little kind of strip up at the top of Florida, which has probably, besides Tallahassee and Jacksonville, the least population. The majority is in Orlando, Tampa, and Miami, Boca Raton, stuff like that. But there's some beautiful land up there. Some good. So are you by the beach?
Yeah, it takes me about 25 minutes to get there. There's tons of inlets everywhere. Salt water is in.
Yeah,
I can get to salt water in about 8 minutes from where I'm at.
Do you like to fish?
I'm not big on fishing. My oldest son is fishing, so I'm definitely learning more from him than that.
Yeah.
But and saltwater is a whole different ball game from where I came from, which is just the river, you know.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it is. It's to me, it's more fun. Saltwater, bigger fish, more species. You know, just more you can do out there. You know, deeper you go, and off the Panhandle, it drops off really quick, so it gets deep really fast up in the Panhandle. So anyways, we'll talk about fishing more later. Let's talk about your journey here. So you started Legendary and I guess your affiliate marketing journey just a few months ago. Is that right? What led you to that? How'd you stumble upon all this stuff?
TikTok, like most, it seems.
Good old dadgum TikTok. I'm telling you, man. Occasionally we bring a tweeter in or a YouTuber or a Facebooker or something, but I tell you, there's a whole lot of TikTokers. So what happened? Take us through the kind of, you know, what led you to that sales page.
I met a guy that on there that makes 300,000 doing this, and he talked about how he made 300,000 and worked a whole hour and a half, 2 hours a day. And I was like, well, what is that? I was already in an MLM at the time, and I was like, man, I got to see what this is about. So I clicked through his links, and just signed up. And I just first thing I did, I just started the 15-day challenge. I talked to my advisor, got the blueprints, and just started. And just made the commitment. a big
Yeah.
deal. I mean, I knew that I needed something, and I was like, I got to make it happen, you know?
Yeah. So, do you feel like you're in the mindset to make it happen? And do you feel like you have the business model and the strategy to make it happen now versus whatever you've done in the past?
Oh yeah. I mean, I I haven't even tapped into probably 1% of everything that you guys have. I mean, there's a lot that you guys offer, and I keep going back through Decade in a Day. I'm working on, the things that are in there, and um, I've barely tapped into all the things that you guys have to offer, because there's like you talk about in all the videos, there's just hundreds of hours, it seems, of different content to keep promoting and to help your business just flourish. So definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's a challenge with learning and earning too, right? So you have to make sure, and I just want to offer you this, and I want to offer this to everybody, is that one of the reasons why our blueprint students, we get on the Decade in a Day, which is an all-day workshop with Matt and I, we want to get people into action because there's a safe place in going through, education to where we feel like we're building a business, but we're not actually taking any action. We're not taking action yet, and it doesn't mean that we don't have intention to do so, but it's just a little bit of a forewarning for everybody to make sure that we blend our learning with daily practices and daily actions in income producing activities. And education is certainly an income producing activity, because the more you know, the more you have the potential to learn, or excuse me, earn. But at the same time, we want to make sure that we don't become lifetime learners. So I'm thrilled that you put your money where your mouth is. I think for me, in the sense, I have no guilt, or don't try to hide the fact that we have higher education that's a larger investment, because I know all the things that I've invested, put my money where my mouth is. It made me more serious. Not only did I get more advanced information, but it made me more serious. And that's one of our topics, is how to overcome fear and finally commit. Now, for me, that's one of the tools that I've used to commit, right? When I put my money where my mouth is, I put my money down, I pay for something, I'm instantly more accountable for it, because when I don't pay, I have a tendency not to really pay attention. So there's obviously other things that I've used to overcome fear and finally commit. What are some of the things that you've used, Wyatt, over the past couple of months to help you overcome fear and finally commit?
Um, what have I used to finally commit? So for me, it all started with I was financially up against a wall. I had a lot of things that were stacking up for me, and I think, kind of as the father, I feel that I have a job to do. Not, you know,
Yeah.
you just have that instinct to bring home the bacon in any way possible, and having this list and this, like, personal debt that I had, and all of these things, it made me, like, it lit a fire under me, for the fact, because my I mean, to be frank, my MLM drove me into the ground, purchasing product and blah blah blah. So I had to I had to commit to something that could make more money than my day job, because we all know you're never going to make the sort of income you want from a 9 to 5. Um, so the maybe, I'm not sure if that's exactly what you're asking, but being up against the wall is what made me really fully commit and made me take it very seriously.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we asked you what you thought would be a good topic, a good headline, and you
Yeah,
were
yeah.
you had mentioned getting out of fear and heading towards commitment. So what are some of the pieces that have helped you, I guess, to get out of fear, right? To get and what you're describing is, I can understand where some of that fear is coming from, because financial debt is something that Wyatt, the large majority of people in this country have. So it's no secret. We always act like it's a secret. Nobody wants to talk about it, but everybody has debt. When I say everybody, I mean like 99% of people have debt. There's a very small percentage of people who are, quote, debt free. So debt is a big piece that I think adds a lot of fear to people's life, right? I was just talking to somebody the other day who said, I have $25,000 worth of debt. And it's like this thing that haunts me, right? It's like I think about it all the time, and it's kind of hard to have the confidence that I need to have it with anything, with any marketing business entrepreneur, right? To have the confidence to speak because I have this debt. I feel like it's like part of my imposter syndrome. So I don't know if that's part of the fear that you've had to overcome. I'm sure it sounds like it.
Definitely.
And are probably still overcoming it, right? And then you get into marketing, right? And it's like you've got other things that you have to overcome. So did I hit the nail on the head in terms of that being one of the fears that you had to overcome? And what other fears are you working on overcoming?
More commitment. That the fear of, I think we all have the fear of failure. I don't want to become a failure, use this business model and become a failure from it. But honestly, I think that is overcome just by committing more. And showing up every day. If I've learned anything, that you cannot fail if you're here every day showing up.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of more things that have brought me out of fear.
Was it difficult for you? What I want to understand and identify first is, what were your fears? For example, I'm looking at your TikTok, and you've got 31,000 followers on your TikTok. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Did you have fear around creating content and marketing? I mean, obviously you're using yourself, your face as your personal brand. Was there any fear around that?
Not particularly, because I did that with my MLM somewhat, but marketing, going down a different path was absolutely fearful for me, because it was unknown territory. I was kind of learning things on the fly and using other marketers' content to help create my own, and trying to educate myself at the same time. I'm a talker. I don't mind to show my face. Not a big deal to me.
Yeah.
But it's definitely puts you in fear land when you're trying to start something new and talk about it and promote it at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I'm looking at some of the comments, and some people, it's a mixed bag of different things that people have as fears. Certainly the debt sort of rang a bell for people. Brad says debt can permeate and affect every aspect of your life. Ed says debt is not cool. Worst is that the system is broken. A school debt, graduate from college with $80,000 in debt.
Yeah.
King says there's good debts and bad debts. I believe that. So I'm interested in the transition from a business for you that I don't like the word fail, dude, because it's just like got a negative connotation, but if we're going to use the word fail, let's at least say failed forward, right? In this MLM that you say you were doing before. So how did you approach this, or how are you approaching this with an open mindset, with a positive mindset, with a hopeful mindset, and with success principles floating around, hopefully in your inner matrix, right? Inside of your head, when you came off of something that I'm sure you were excited about when you started that, and it didn't particularly turn out the way that you wanted. How are you dealing with that now, pivoting into a different direction?
Well, honestly, it takes less time. For one, this takes as much time as you want, but I was working constantly with the other one, and you know, just because you fail one thing, it doesn't mean that you can't, like you said, fail forward. Maybe I didn't fail the other thing. It just didn't take off for me. Things got to take
Yeah.
off just right in an MLM, and it just didn't work for me. So I was like, you know what, this is something I'm good at. I can talk to people. I can, I was already doing one-on-one mentorship for free. I wasn't really getting anything from it. So I was already doing Zoom meetings with our team and things like that. And it just, none of that ever worked. And right,
And
yeah.
I'm laughing because MLM is it's a different animal, isn't it, bro?
Yeah, I mean, the top one half of 1% do really well, and they'll kill it. That's how we got started. We seen that potential, and,
Right,
and
right.
it just doesn't work out that way.
I thank God for MLM. Like, I really do. I mean, because it's like it was the thing that got me out of that telemarketing. I was doing telemarketing, man, and I had a girl named Katrina walk up to me. I'm in drug treatment, bro. Like, this is back in 2004, and I had a lady named Katrina walk up to me and say, "Man, I've been watching you. You're a sharp guy." I'm thinking, glad somebody finally noticed. And by the way, that's also my name.
Right.
She said, "Do you keep your business options open?" I said, "You know what, Katrina? I got a little extra time right now. I do keep what you got. Like, of course, I got all the time in the world. I'm like just getting out of drug treatment. But yeah, like that was my first. I went over to a presentation. She locked the door, rolled out the whiteboard, and I was like, I'm getting rich in this freaking pyramid, dude. I love pyramids. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, I mean, like, it taught me a lot of really good business and entrepreneurial skills. And I think that's one of the interesting takeaways for me that helps me also overcome fear of the future if something in the past didn't work out, is I look at all of the silver lining. Like, I look at all of the things that I actually learned and developed in that experience. One was grit and perseverance, right? To be able to persevere through something that is so hard. Dude, MLM, if you're doing it offline the traditional way, I had an old 1990, bro. I had a 1990 Ford F-150 that I had to start with a screwdriver. This thing was the beast. And I had magnets that I would stick to the side of this thing and drive around and hope that somebody would call me. Like, that's how I was marketing. Like, it was the hardest thing in the world. So for me, it taught me like a lot of perseverance, right? And it, like, I think that's one of the things, Wyatt, that's helped me to be successful, is that when something doesn't, quote, work out or happen to my expectations, I have a tendency to see what I did get out of it, instead of what, how it didn't work out the way that I thought. What's coming up for you?
Well, the one good thing that came from it that actually excelled me into this, and it's something that you talk about too, is personal development. You talk about Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and I definitely started listening to PD when I started the MLM.
PD. That's an MLM. Like, you even got an abbreviation for personal development. I love it, bro.
Yeah.
PD.
So I started listening to audiobooks 4 years ago, and
Oh yeah.
I did this MLM for 3.5 years, and gosh, but
Well, I mean, per MLM, when you get into it, the first thing is like, get on that PD, like daily dose, right? Morning, noon, and night audios all the time. Like, it's just kind of like, yeah. And I feel like the personal development without the right business model, you're just kind of chasing your tail. That's why for me, when I discovered selling information as a business, I began turning around, dude. And this is something for you to think about and consider, bro, is that I actually turned around and started selling information, okay, to network marketers. I want to show you guys something. Can I take you behind the scenes of one of my most successful product funnels ever, just selling information to network marketers? Would that be cool?
Sure.
I'll show you real quick, dude. So this is obviously a like later in life iteration of what I learned to do by starting out selling affiliate training. I was an affiliate for products that sold training to network marketers. Okay. That's how I started in this information marketing game. High ticket, mid ticket, low ticket, all that stuff. Right. And then eventually I moved from being an affiliate. This is what I want you guys to understand, that this whole core 4 concept that we teach here isn't just something that we pulled out of our old hiney. This is my path. This is Matt Hetzel's path. This is the path that all the gurus that you see, probably people that you even listen to in MLM, like Tony Robbins and Danny Johnson and Eric Worre and all these guys, right? Who talk specifically, Eric and Danny anyways, to network marketers. What are they doing? They're selling picks and shovels to network marketers, not particularly building the business itself. And when I realized instead of trying to be an accountant, I could teach and show accountants how to get more leads, how to build their business. So it's kind of like this gold rush concept. Okay. Back in the gold rush, Wyatt, there was people who dug for gold, and a very small percentage of those people actually made money, found gold. And then there was people that along the roads sold picks and shovels to those people who were going to dig for gold. Every single one of them made money because they sold the tools that these hungry people needed. And when I realized that, dude, the game changed. And then what happened, Wyatt, was that I built this email list and I built this following of people from selling information and training to network marketers that later, when I got into network marketing again, okay, I got into network marketing back in 2016 again. Now, this was right before we launched Legendary. I got into a network marketing company. We were selling physical products. We were selling water filtration devices. Okay. And it was an MLM, dude. It had a multi-level commission structure, affiliate structure. Okay. And I absolutely crushed it. Right. This was actually one of the, this is a picture that I took, funny picture. I'm showing it not to make an income claim here because, right. That's not what I'm trying to do. This company sent an individual check, dude, for every commission that you earned, bro. So I had like thousands of checks. I'm serious. It was hilarious, right? But I want to show you this, bro. I want to show you this. So this is a sales page for a product that I sold called Simple Sign Up System, and this is a basic sales page, good hard hitting copy. Okay, tells my story, right? My hero script story, what it was like, what happened, and what it's like now. And then basically talks about the product, talks about this, basically it's a 5 video information product that I sold for $3.95. Right. So there was an introduction, or there was 5 modules. So 5 videos. And what I taught in that video, bro, or in this course, was I taught basically people how to use how to use a sales funnel, how to use an autoresponder email follow-up, how to close people over the phone with a process and a script, like simple stuff, right? Gave them some bonuses, some email templates, video scripts, stuff like that. And I offered them a call when they bought the course. And on the call, I would sell them a $997 information or 1 day workshop, right? It was $395, right? Had a little order bump here for $19.95, stuff like this. But, you know, it was just a simple little sales video. And this was, again, my transition from going from, being an affiliate to then selling my own digital products. And you can see effortlessly get signups into your network marketing business every day without using old, outdated recruiting methods you hate. Former construction worker reveals the simple signup system he used to sign up over 3,000 people and build a team of 250,000 all online, right? So that's kind of, that's it. Is this making sense to you?
Yeah, it is.
What's coming up for you? What's coming up for you as I'm going through this and kind of showing you this kind of evolution of me selling information and learning about the picks and shovels and all that?
It's something I've never really thought of in terms of being the person there. And when you said that, you were talking about the people that were in the PD, about their like Tony Robbins per se, I was like, I never thought of it, that they're just like the pick and shovel guys. Like,
right.
It's just something I never thought of.
Right.
It's funny. It's just
kind of mind blowing, isn't it, dude?
It is.
And you kind of feel like damn, like I've been on the wrong side of the business this whole time. Mm-hmm. Right? Like I've been on the wrong side of the business. Like for me, like the truth about MLM is that like the owners who are kind of, again, I used to hate hearing the pyramid analogy when I was doing MLM, but it's kind of true, right? It's kind of like the people who are at the top of the pyramid make money because the commissions flowed up to them, right? It's like without really any extra effort, like products are being sold or whatever, but they're getting a cut as the company for the profit, whatever the margin is, but then they're also getting breakage in the compensation plan, right? We're here as me in the company here, we don't have commissions that are floating up to us, right? If affiliates are promoting our shit, it's just they get all the money. We have a profit. Everybody knows what it is. There's not breakage and all this kind of stuff. It's just we pay our payroll, we pay commissions. It's just kind of a simple business model, right? Mm-hmm. And then the other people who are making money are the people who are selling training. And actually, bro, if you want a history lesson in MLM, like a lot of the personal development, the reason why that started and became such a heavy thing in MLM was because back in the Amway days, the top earners actually created a tapes business that had a separate compensation plan outside of the actual MLM, and they sold that to the distributors. So not only did they make money from the top producers, made money from their downline, but the majority of the money was actually selling personal development audios and stuff that they made to their teams.
Interesting.
So that's how personal development became such a big deal in MLM. There's a lot to learn from that. I mean, the number one thing that I learned was the people that are selling the information really are the ones who make the money, the educators, right? And if you can sell your information to a targeted party who's really in need of that solution, then the price it's instantly worth more. And the market determines that price. They're willing to pay more because it's more specific information and solutions to their specific problems. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like if you're having a heart attack, a kidney doctor is really no good to you, man. But a heart doctor is like, right? So if you want to make more money, somebody who can teach you how to make money online, that's instantly insanely valuable to you. If you have marriage problems and somebody has a solution in a course or an ebook or something, or a seminar that's specific to that problem, then that is instantly of higher value to you. So that's kind of what we're all about here. That's what we're trying to sort of wake people up to in this, not wake people up, but teach people not only the strategy of selling information, but also the difference between selling information and all these other business models. Because all these other business models, it's not that they're bad. It's not that you can't succeed in them, because other people are succeeding in them. It's just that there's a lot of moving parts. And in some cases, the playing field isn't particularly leveled for everybody. Right. So it's more difficult, like in MLM, if you get in late or whatever, you know what I mean? So anyways, well, any fun, what would you say about Legendary? Would you recommend Legendary to some of your other MLM friends? What has your experience here been like?
You want to know something? I've already had a couple ask me.
Yeah.
They've come out to me and be like, "What are you doing now? What is that?" And so what was it you asked me? Sorry.
Just what's your experience here been like so far? I mean, has it been positive? Like, would you recommend somebody who's sitting on the sales page of Legendary right now, getting ready to take the challenge, to do it?
Man, yeah, you got to commit. You got to commit. I would. There's so much value. You really can't put a price on it. It could be worth so much more, like it's shown in the video. When you're stuck on the sales page, what things are actually valued at, they're probably worth more than that. I feel that Legendary, it's in a league of its own. I signed up on a whim, charged to a credit card due to my debt, and was like, I'm just going to make it back. I made that commitment for myself, and it's definitely something I would say, do it. If you're not sure about it, just do it, because you're going to be able to educate yourself constantly. Like you said, though, you got to implement your education and not be a full-time learner, but an action doer. But the amount of content, and you guys update it and add stuff all the time. There's always things to be learning on there, for sure.
I got a big update for you coming in the blueprint section. It's going to be coming here. It's Wyatt, honestly, I'm not trying to blow smoke up my own ass, because, I'm conscious of that. I don't drink my own Kool-Aid. Seriously, dude, it's a bad thing when people get drinking their own Kool-Aid, but I'm really excited about our new, for those of you who don't know what Wyatt's talking about in terms of updating our stuff, the affiliate business blueprint is one of the 4 blueprints that come with our blueprints bundle. And anytime we have a change to the 15-day challenge, or an update, or one of the blueprints, we just offer that for free to anybody who's purchased that product, versus doing another big launch and making people buy it again. So there's a big update coming to the affiliate marketing business blueprint, and I'm excited about it. I think it's just going to be more helpful and just more resources for everybody. But dude, thank you so much. Congrats on your initial success, and it's only just the beginning. The beautiful thing is, Wyatt, is these skills that you're learning, this time that you're spending, isn't just applicable to turning around and recruiting people or whatever, building. This is not a biz op, man. This is not an MLM, right? So regardless of what niche you pick, you can use these skill sets to succeed in that niche, selling those products. If it's the make money online space, great. If it's the health space, great. If it's the network marketing space, fantastic. And I'm going to share some resources with you, brother, to help you if you ever wanted to turn around and sell information and training to network marketers after the call. Okay. Sure. So stick around. I want to just give you a couple of bonus things that I think will be helpful to you. And hopefully you'll come back and keep us posted, my brother.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
All right. Thanks, buddy. All right, guys. Yes, that is his TikTok. 30-something thousand followers on TikTok. Go support him. Give him a follow. Add him to your mastermind, your network. I was thinking about this the other day when I was looking at some of my friends who are not into PD and not into building, bettering themselves. And they hang out a lot, and their lives are kind of, I wouldn't trade with them. And it got me thinking about you're the average of the 5 people you hang around most, right? And so one of the reasons why I think it's so important, and us MLMers, we've heard that a million times, that phrase, but it really is true. And one of the reasons why I think this show is so powerful is because you don't just get to add 5 people. You can add 5 people to your network in a week, right? You can add 5 people just on the show to your network in a week to be able to have people to model content, to get ideas from, to connect with, to see how you can help them. Wait, hold on, Dave. Shouldn't they be helping me? Well, maybe, but if I go into the situation of the relationship thinking about how I can help them, I'm probably going to get more out of it in return, right? Because what I put out comes back. So food for thought. Give Wyatt a follow on TikTok. Connect with him. Guys, we'll see you back here tomorrow for another episode of Wake Up Legendary at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. For those of you who are wondering, you can also do this deal. See this little number on the screen? You can text WUL to that number on the screen, and you'll get a notification on your phone every day. Just a little text message. We won't spam or bombard you. Just a little reminder. Hey, we're going live with this person at 10 a.m. Eastern Time in the morning. And if you want some of this swag, belegendary.shop. Okay, it's not a profit center for us. We're not trying to push hats and t-shirts. Honestly, it took us forever to even get the site up because we don't really give a shit that much about that, right? We're here selling information and education and courses. But if you want some cool swag, you can go over there and pick it up. We'll see you guys back here tomorrow. Peace, be well, be legendary. Get the hell out of here.